In today's video, I'm going to show you a quicker way to drag and drop upload files to your Joomla site. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 158 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. Yeah, really cool little tip today. It's maybe something you already know how to do, but it's something yesterday I was on in a Zoom call with someone helping them with something on their site, and they did this, and I said, "Are you doing that?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "I had no idea that you could do that." So let's cut to the chase. We're going to hang out today and talk about some other things after, but let's get going. Hello to everyone in chat. All right. Today's video is brought to you by MySites.guru. Head on over to MySites.guru and get a free site audit for your Joomla site or your WordPress site if you have one of those too. And while you're there, check out all the great things and handy things you can do to manage your websites and learn about them. And if you decide to subscribe, use the coupon code BASICJoomla and you will get your first month free. All right, so let me show you how I've been uploading, drag and drop uploading all this time to my sites. And I think maybe many of you will do it too. So I'm logged in the back end of the No Secret site. Notice this morning, I just got up, of course, just got to the computer. Cheese is here, ready for me to eat. There is an update, but anyways, that's not what we're here for. So typically, if I want to install, let's say, a template or an extension, then let's see, I'm already here. Here's at the JoomDev site. Let's just download this extension here, this age checker. All right. So we'll download the age checker, and then what happens is we go to the page here. Great. We click download, and we pick a location where it should go. Now, what I've always said was just download these to a folder called delete, and then you can always just delete things if you don't anything in that folder you don't want. So, and you have to remember the location where it goes too, right? So here, I'll pick delete, and I'm going to save this and download it. Now, typically what I would do in the past is this. Down in the left-hand corner. Now, I'm using, this is Google Chrome. This works in all Chromium-based browsers. So in Brave, it works in Microsoft Edge. And we're also going to see how this same method will work in Firefox. Anyway, so you download your file, you get the file showing up down in the bottom left-hand corner, and then you have an option. What can you do? You can open that file, but it's a zip file, we don't want to open it, or you can show it in the folder. And so we think, hey, great, yeah, so we will click here, show this in the folder. It opens up on my second screen over here, and then, of course, all right, it's at the top. But in order to drag and drop, upload, install this, so for instance, we go extensions, manage, and install. And then here we are already upload a package file. So you can browse for the file or you can drag it there. But you've got another window happening, so you sort of have to move this over here and then you drag it over and it installs, correct? All right, well, check this out. When you download your files and they're showing in the little box in the bottom corner, once you get to the page where you're going to drag it and upload it, all you have to do is left click on that box, drag it up and release, and it's there. No more going to the saving, picking the folder, uploading it, going to that folder, opening it, finding it, making sure it's not overlapping, doing all that drag thing. You can drag the file you've downloaded right onto that area, just with that little box down in the left hand side. So that is cool. Hold on for a sec. Let me just turn my phone off here. That is my friend calling about a battery for my truck. Anyway, so isn't that cool? Look at what else. It also works in another area. So let's go to content, articles. Let's just make a new article. Let's go to Pixabay, pixabay.com. Let's download this picture. Now watch this. So I pick the size I want. I download it. Let's not even pay any attention to where it goes. I'm just going to go save. We go back to the article. Here is JCE editor. If you want to upload it to a certain location, you just click the image button and go to the folder you want to put it in. Click upload. And check this out. Left click, drag onto that area. It's all lined up for you to rename and it'll upload. No more downloading, uploading, whatever, and opening windows and stuff like that. The other cool thing I've discovered, just pro tip here about JCE Editor, if you don't care what folder it's going into, because this will go into, using this method will go into the default folder, you can actually drag that into JCE Editor. And it shows up as an image. But as you see here, there is just it just goes to your root folder and you don't get to rename it. So I like the other method better. Now, I mentioned that I would do this in Firefox. So let's do that. Here we are, Firefox. Here we are, Joomla. Let's download Weatheraholic. So now Firefox does their downloads a little bit different. Once you download the file, it doesn't shoot, I'm going to just save this. It doesn't, and then we'll go ahead and save it. It doesn't save it to the bottom left-hand corner. It goes up to this little box up here, which this download arrow. When you click on that, it shows you the file. And of course, you could always go to the folder and open it and open the window, then drag it over. But I tried this out last night and check it out. Go extensions, manage, and install. Now, we've changed tabs, but we can now go here, just left click on the file name, drag it down, and as they say in parts of the world, Bob's your uncle. Anyways, so man, I was so happy to discover this because I've been using the other method, just going through all those steps, and now it just streamlines it. What does it save me? It saves me, oh, I don't know. What is it? If I'm really going fast and have everything set up, maybe it saves me 10 seconds of work per file upload. So if you upload 6 files in an hour, you're saving a minute. Imagine how much it saves over time. Anyways, as soon as I saw that, I said to the fellow I was in the Zoom call with, oh, I'm going to do that. That's my topic for Maintenance Monday tomorrow. So anyways, we're going to hang around and chat and do other things. But if you are just here for that, then thanks for tuning in. If this was helpful for you, please subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like. Tell your friends and family and small children, elderly people everywhere about this channel to help them for their Joomla sites. And just to pick up on something. So we're going to pop over to chat. I haven't been reading the comments. I got so many windows open here. It's buried. But if you're leaving now, until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites and God bless. All right, over to the chat. Let's see here. Yes, some of you were early. I was a few minutes late today. We need to change this here. Yeah. You guys are talking to each other. Always useful to repeat good knowledge. Yes. You can right click and use link to as well. Oh, you mean, are you talking about where you download a file? Ivor says, good tip. Yes, William, it's nifty. Yes, yeah, drag the image. I didn't, I suspect that you could drag the image right into JCE Editor. And that's why I gave it a try, but it worked. Yes, Imran says, cool invention. For installing extensions. Yes, let's take a quick look at that. But yes, Imran, it is a cool invention. Of course, I did not. Yes, copying the link address. You are right. Let me regroup here. Yeah, so let's see. As long as the download link is an actual file and not a path. So when I mouse over this down at the, let's change screens here, right computer screen. When I mouse over this download button, the path you'll see down at the bottom is super long. It's download file ? extension ID equals. And so if I go right click and copy the link address for this, I'll just post it in the top up here. I go Control V, get a huge thing. And that is not something that you can do for uploading by URL. But what Bjorn is talking about is this, that in extensions, manage, and extensions extensions manage and update or install, you can go install from the URL, and you can paste the URL to a file that you're downloading directly in here. You don't even have to download it to your computer. But this particular one will not work here because it's actually not a file. It's and that has to do. This address has to do with the password checking and being logged in sessions and other stuff. So anyway, so if we go check and install here, it'll say no package found. Maybe it will. Yeah, unable to detect manifest file. So, but there are places where if you are just downloading the actual zip file, you can copy the link and upload it directly from that developer's website. So yes, that's another thing that you can do. Anyways, boy, that is just going to be such a great time saver for me. And look at that, a little bit of mold on the cheese here. We've got a little bit of older cheese upstairs, and it's not supposed to be moldy, but have to eat more cheese. Does the system select the last downloaded file somewhere? Does it select that? I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. These tabs being at the bottom would just, I believe they just point to the file name. So if you were to download an updated file under the same name, I think you'd still get that one. You get the most current one, but of course, in Firefox, you end up with a whole list of files that you've downloaded. I don't have a list there because I don't use Firefox that much. All right, so everybody, how's your weekend been? How's it been since the last time we gathered? What are you working on? Our sunny weather has returned here. We got a lot of rain last week and into the beginning of the weekend. All right, let's close a few tabs here. Anybody working on some new projects? Oh, I heard back last week that a large project that I'm being pitching and bidding on and working through the process with, actually with a church, large church, and they called and let me know that they're going to go with me. So that was really nice. That was good news, and that actually just has to go to their board for final approval, but that is going to give me, that's going to be a bunch of work for me in October, and they've also have signed up for, they're also going to be ongoing monthly maintenance and helping them manage the site and train them on it. So yes, thank you, Mary. Nice to land some big projects. I also have another project that I've been working on for months, and it involves updating Joomla, and also migrating and redesigning basically for a forum and also a website, and trying to make it to look at appearance. I'm being spending a bunch of time talking with that, looking at different options. We looked at Minitech Wall for the front page, but now we are going to, looks like we're going to go with Raxo, which is a really cool extension that I've totally forgot about, and I have had it on my site, so maybe we'll check that out at some point as well. All right, those cheeses, maybe too old to eat. It's gone now. It's in my stomach. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Follow the news. Yeah, so Ivor says, so I've taken your sunny weather. I'm not sure that Canada takes weather from Norway. I know sometimes on the news we'll see this, that in the wintertime, when the cold weather comes down from Canada, the Americans wish that they would send it back. And then hot weather that comes up in the States, we wish that they would take it back. Oh, Chuck's taking a new direction for the theater company. Cool. That's good. All right. No, okay, let's see. What link has Ivor come up with here? Let's see what pops in here. Take a gamble on game loss. The smelly old cheese from Norway. From flavors to textures, Norwegian cheeses are made in some creative ways. I respond to say, oh, Gammaloost. Gammaloost. Or game lost. Okay. Gammaloost. And the emphasis is on the gam. Gammaloost. For those who love being right and knowing why, it's Gammalost because the only company that makes it prints it that way on the page. Game lost. Oh, there it is there. All right. The old story. You put cheese in an old sock buried in a pile of manure, and when it's finished, it'll crawl out. Golden brown color. Gammalost is best cut with a hollow blade cheese knife. Yeah, we have one of those. Small chunks can be included on a cheese tray for sampling with other cheeses from Norway. Food critics call this old cheese from Norway aromatic. Notes of ammonia or gym locker quality reported by others. Oh, man. They really know how to sell this. So is old cheese. Yes, Gammalost. Now, all right, so Bjorn and Ivor, have you tasted this cheese? Do you eat this cheese regularly? Is this one of those things that you, it's socially not acceptable to pack in your lunch and take to work and open up and stink everyone out? It's worse than Limburger, Chuck says. Hey, Chuck, so what new direction are you taking the theater site in? Ivor, Bjorn does not eat it, and Ivor has smelled it, and that's enough for him. Yeah. You know what? I'm not a real fish guy. I'm not a fake fish guy either. Oh, sorry. All right. Chuck says, look up here. Going to add an online education area with online classes, job social, and more eventually. Cool. Yeah, having some online classes. That's where it's at. That's where it was at before the pandemic. That's cool. Anyway, so I was saying, smell. I'm not a big fish eater. I'm not. No. So when my daughter and son-in-law were here, and my daughter and grandson were here for the summer, but my son-in-law came out, and then they've all headed back. But for a treat for her birthday, we had sushi. And I'm not, I just don't like the smell of fish. I was somewhere at a really fancy bed and breakfast that friends of ours took us to years ago when they came out to visit and they were staying. So I think that's where I tried this. Anyways, we're sitting there. They brought out fancies. This is a place where you eat the flowers that are on your table or on your plate, anyways. And so they brought out this. It was probably herring roe, just a little bit on a cracker, and it smelled like bait, fish bait. In fact, we had a view of the ocean there, so I looked out and I thought, wow, someone out there is fishing with this, and I'm about to eat it. Anyway, but I ate it because how often are you going to be in a really, there's no way I'm going to be in that expensive a place eating very often. So I thought, okay, I make the most of it, but it didn't work for me. So, hello, Hobby Teresa. You're asking about link exchanges. Yeah, those are kind of challenging, link exchanges, because if they don't relate, if the links don't relate by topic, then Google will actually not have value. They'll just notice that's something that's being done. So be careful when you're doing link exchanges. Make sure they're related and have a purpose. Otherwise, Google might punish you. And search results. Anyways, so we had this. There, we're all sitting around the table. My other daughter and son-in-law were there, and their daughter. Anyway, so we got all this sushi there, and I'm sitting there, and I thought, I guess I should participate in this, but. Anyway, so I looked at it. I just thought, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Anyway, so my daughter put a bunch just on my plate. And I was just saying, I'll just have a little nibble off your plate. She says, well, sushi actually should just do by the mouthful. So the whole experience, all the things all at once in the wraps or whatever. So anyway, she put some on my plate. And I thought, okay, I can just do this. So I picked up the plate and I smelled it. And it smelled like, I smelled the fish, right? So, I mean, some people, it doesn't bother them at all. So that's fine. More power to you. But anyways, I smelled them. Oh, so I was like, okay, you know what? I was sitting there and thought, on those television shows where they do food challenges and they just do things or contests or those videos just for fun, you can just eat and give this a try, and that's just you're participating with the family. And then I just looked and I thought, oh, I'm a big consistency eater too, so I thought, sure, I can put it in my mouth and get it in and get it down. And then I thought, why do that? I just don't want to. And I thought, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to. So I just said, everyone, no, I can't do this. So I don't know what I ate or sat there. Just maybe I didn't eat anything, and they were fine. They just laughed. But and then later on, we all went in the backyard. I went to the fridge and I got a wiener that was actually frozen out of the freezer, and it was plastic wrap, so I took the plastic wrap off it and I ate it frozen, which is a nice treat. I kind of enjoy that. But oh yeah, Ivor's got Bugs Cafe there. Hobby Teresa, whereabouts are you? What part of the world are you in? Okay, here's see, that's not Insect Tapas cocktail bar in Cambodia. Look at that, you got a spider there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7, 8. Yeah, you got a spider. Insects are delicious. Oh yeah, that's our mission. Yeah, that's cool. If you were to grind stuff up and give me a milkshake, like to a powder, I think bugs are a great source of protein, and also so there's a lot of people doing stuff with ground up grasshoppers as in a powder form and cooking things. That's fine. I just do not want it to crunch. I don't want. Yeah, I just don't want it to. I just don't want it to crunch. I don't want to. I just don't want to. No, I don't even want to talk about it. It's not for me. All right, Hobby Teresa. Hey, who wants to use their wrench and ban Hobby Teresa? Feel free. Yeah, Hobby Teresa. Sorry, but yeah, we're not going to do link exchanges here if they are not related. So we're going to bump you out of there. I don't know. Put them in a timeout or something. See who can jump on that. I mean, I could do it, but what's the use of having a wrench if you don't get to use it sometimes? But we'll be kind. So, Hobby Teresa, we'll... Oh, Breadsy Peachy. Timed out for 300 seconds. There you go. Woohoo! We don't have to use the wrench very often here on the channel, do we? Okay, so yeah, Hobby Teresa, sorry, but yeah, the link exchange is not going to work. All right, let's see, we got a link here. Bugs Cafe, Breadsy. Anybody tried? Okay, look at this. software link. Yes, let's get away from eating spiders. Oh, custom short URL. You were looking for something. It's a component for shortening a URL. It provides option to add Google Analytics tracking parameters to the URL before shortening. And option to log visits. No, I've not used this before. Hello, Joseph. Good to have you here in the channel. I think that's your first time here, right? And so, Joseph, what part of the world are you in? All right, let me just do some things here. Just check how many viewers we have happening right here. Why not make your URL shorter? Yeah, so if the long URL is changed, you can simply change it in CM short URL. Okay. That is a good URL shortener for keeping it recognizable on forums. Oh, you're on the East Coast of the USA. Excellent. How long have you been doing Joomla stuff? Yeah, so Betsy, I've not seen that before. This still seems to me like a long URL. But yes, it does. It is shorter than that. So I always think of URL shorteners like Bitly so that they're really small. But that one, so that's almost like a URL condenser. Go in the demo. All right. Okay. Demo. Back end. Oops. What do we log in as on the demo here? Login demo. Oh, demo. Oh, let my people go. Oh. Ooh. It's a song from Sunday school. It's actually called Pharaoh. Oh, let my people go. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to go components and CM short URL. So let's make a short URL to all right. Alias, long URL to shorten. Okay. Well, let's just have some fun here. Let's shorten a YouTube URL. Let's say I want to share my video. Where's my channel? Let's go here. My channel. And let's take that link there and copy it. And go Control V. Okay, so now campaign, a test campaign. This is for tracking clicks on this URL in Google. Great. I forget what UTM is, but all right, so we won't do that. And the alias is videos. All right, so let's go save. And no, we can go save and close. And there's our link here, videos. So that means we should go to backenddemo.cmext.vn/videos. Page cannot be found. They might have this disabled though. Cool though. Huh. No worries, Hobby Teresa. Don't feel bad. Click on the right side. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys giving me directions on the stuff that you share here, because I get a few things going here. Hobby Teresa, no worries about it. We're not haters here. We're just kind of keep things down to good practice. Especially someone who's new's first time on the channel. Sometimes you just don't know who finds their way in here and stuff. There you go. That worked really well. Cool. Now that was a fast way to set that up. That's nice, just for creating one. Let's go to, let's just check out, just so you can see here, or copy the link. Okay, so let's go to my cybersalt.org site, because I have, there we go. I have Chrome password tracker, LastPass, not here in Firefox, but in Chrome, NordPass, and now I've also got Dropbox password. I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing to do. And they kind of are all over the place. You can add a menu link too. Let's check that out before. So go here. System. All right. Looks like we can't make them here. Cool. Here we are. So let's go components sh404scf. I think I've showed you guys this before. So Hobby, what part of the world are you in? So you see here in sh404scf, they have short URLs. And there's a whole list here, because every one that you have, every page that you have, gets assigned a short URL. So if I go to the home page, cybersalt.org, and then go / and then paste those 3 letters, hit enter, it will process and go through to this article. But you can also do new, and I could put in the Control V. I will go Control, let's see, Windows V. All right, just a sec here. And we will put that URL in there. We'll save. And there's the short URL created. And so now I can put that up here. Paste. And there you go. So that's pretty handy too. Plus you get all the benefits of sh404scf, which of course is my favorite. Now, let's just see. I want to remove this here. Okay, there it is there. I don't need that there, so that's delete. But as you'll see here, this is all automatic. I have 511. That's 255 pages at 50. Here, I'll change the math. Let's go by 100 here. So short URLs on this site, I have 25,000. Why would you have short URLs if the menu name is short? I guess if the menu name is short, you don't really need to. But so for instance, this page here, though, look at some of the paths to them. While we look at this one here. Advertising / why do you have bad Google ads on CyberSalt sites? Appreciation notes. I have met the most wonderful girl. Oh, that's a joke. It almost looks like spam, but are they good for SEO? I don't know if they're good for SEO because they would still have the same anchor URL, but it's not called anchor URL. It works for links in other articles, so internal links maybe. Mostly I think for print. So you're not going to want to say click here to sign up for this course and have cybersalt.org/x6cd. But instead of having a long path, which would be courses, car repair, engine maintenance, and then level 1 as your URL, you could just advertise that course and say click here, and it would be URL engine 1, and then it would redirect to that full URL. So you have the advantage of the long SEF URLs. But then on printing, especially on printing on a card, or if you're handing out flyers or a television commercial, or on radio, or in a podcast, you can just say, hey, everybody, head on over to cybersalt.org/engine1 and sign up for that course now. And so the person thinks, oh, I have to remember is engine 1. So it's mostly for convenience like that. The thing, it's sort of like QR codes, which for me never really took off, but you still see them. And I actually did use one the other day at the gas pump for an app, with my camera. So they're just convenient in that way. No, hobby Teresa, we've never made a Joomla link exchange online meeting. The reason that link exchanges don't work because Google is onto them. So if I have a dog site and you have a site for a casino, and we exchange links, Google's going to say, why is there a casino link on the dog site? Oh, I think they're trying to game the system. And then Google will de-index or just not send people to that page. So there's really the best way to, if they're links to your own site, is just to do the best SEO and add content to your site. So, all right, so let's not talk about online links anymore, or link exchanges, because it's really just not a productive use of time. You're going to do better to build up your site and then and get traffic to it that way, or connect to people. So for instance, let me show you on this site here. I have every now and then have someone contact me and they say, oh, we'd like to buy a link, which is not a practice that Google appreciates. It's actually against terms of service, I think, with them. But every now and then someone will say, oh, could we buy a link on the funny cat picture at such and such a location? So we go here. Now I have this video on here, and someone says, oh, could we just sponsor that page? Or could we have a link on that page? So instead of just selling the link and putting it in there, I will actually, I will put a link on there. But what I tell them is, I say, send me a banner and just say this. I'll put it on there. This page is sponsored by, and then they can advertise. I give them the advertising rates that I have for my site. Now a lot of people don't advertise with me. Well, really, basically nobody. But it's not something that I'm pushing either. So, but anyways, I give them that option because that's what they want to do. They want their link to be present to get traffic. And if it related, then I would, I would do that for them and for a fee. But sometimes you get those emails saying, "Oh, I was by your site and it's great. You have a lot of helpful information there. I would like to coordinate and share together. What do you think? Blah 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 blah. Can I put an article on your page?" And then it's like casino, right, or something like that. So, Hobby. Oh, so Hobby, you are in Poland. Cool. Yeah. So link. Yeah. Unless, of course, you're looking to connect to people, make some friendships online. So that's cool. But all right. So yes. Also, yeah. Bredsy points. Bjorn points out links in your YouTube or other things as well. Yeah, you could put that down the bottom, and in that way, I think I've done that in some of my videos. Let's check here. Let's go to this one here, and let's pause. My computer crashed. I think I'm back on after a quick reboot, which means I have some other windows to open up to catch up there. So I cannot see chat just yet, but I will be able to see it soon. Everything is starting up here, so let's see here. Basic Joomla, YouTube. Everything's starting up, so it's going to be a little slow for a second here, because it is opening every single thing that I had opened before. And let's go to videos. And let's go to live. And let's just a sec here. Let's open this up here. There we go. We'll be back in there, and then I can pop out chat here. Close a few things here. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me yet, but all right. Computer crashed. Back after a quick reboot. Yeah. Will be laggy for a little bit. All right. Okay, and let's go back to here. Have to arrange all these windows again just so I can see things. Okay, so maybe yeah, let's see. Okay, so all right, hey William, all right, you're heading out early, so we'll catch you later. I don't know if you can hear this yet, but No, that was me this time, Imran. That was me. And I think maybe, I don't know. I just had to reboot. I don't know how far behind you guys are or whatever is going on, but yes, good to see you. Yeah, I'm alive at least. So if may need to refresh your page before the video is smooth again. Okay. Oh, who knows? I'm getting a message here that things are kind of slow, but audio's okay. But okay, so you can hear me on the audio. Yeah, that will. So you maybe need to just refresh your screen for the audio to catch up. But right now it's telling me that the stream health is not really great here. That's. Let's see if that helps. I think the issue is that because when my computer crashed and rebooting, there's so much stuff that has to start up. So, and as I look at my CPU usage here, I'm up to 100%. So I don't know if that's going to catch up. It's just with everything running here. So. Yeah, now it's video. Okay, good. Yeah, well, that's what happens. So I get, what happens is the screen goes all pixely like Minecraft and pink and colors and stuff like that. And so then I have to reboot, and of course this was my main computer, so Dropbox starts to sync and OneDrive and everything else, and then it tries to open up all the other tabs that I had on the go. So it takes a lot. So yeah, what I did was I just shut down the Streamlabs OBS, which is my streaming software, and that seems to be, yeah. So Steven says it's working fine, and so does Chuck and Bjorn. Yeah, so that's not ideal to have to reboot your computer in the middle of a live stream. So, and this computer that I'm on is it's at least 10 years old. It's smartened up when I put an SSD drive into it, so that's nice. But yeah, I definitely need to get caught up on some things. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, possibly, but everything works fine as long as I don't have to reboot during the stream. So, anyways, it's a good workhorse, and once I get caught up on paying my taxes. Definitely hope to invest in some new tech here. And I would probably keep this computer going. Here's something I can turn that off there. Just looking at stuff that's running. And then do a trump. What's a trump, Bredsy, in this case? Okay, yeah, I'm just looking at what's running on my computer here. I have other things here, Skype. What I should do is create a. Oh yeah, no. Oh, no taxes. Yes, I should just not pay my taxes. What I should do is create a special login for live streaming that doesn't have a lot of these other things running in the background. That might be something to do. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, seems to have settled down. I see a few other things here that I can shut down if I need to. But yeah, I should check that out. All right. Well, after that interruption, let me open. Let's open Brave. All right. Because that's pretty light. And let's see, I have not popped out chat yet. I pop out the chat from the YouTube window so I can just have it separate at the side. Yes. Yeah, no, we don't want to get deeply buried in politics or anything like that. No, I don't. No, we don't really do that. But, all right, so computer on the right screen. Right computer screen. There we go. Yeah, so this is Brave. You know, Brave has, why don't we check this out? Brave, so Shield says, so 8 trackers and ads blocked on basicjoomla.com. Connections upgrade to HTTPS, none, scripts block, cross, simple view, If I click here, I wonder if I am in this. Oh, not verified yet. Refresh status. Verify wallet. Yeah, so Brave has this affiliate program going on here. Not an affiliate program, but some kind of reward system here. Let's see if I actually have an account. I don't know if I signed up for this or not. Let's try this. Cybersalt. Do I have that? And password. I don't know if I signed up for this or not. No, let's see. Let's see if I have this here. What's this? Would have gone Tim at cybersalt.com. Check my email for a reset. Okay, let's do that. To do that, I'm going to open up Chrome on this window here. And I don't think so. Let's do this here. It almost seems like they have some kind of currency going on here. Don't know if I can create an account yet. So let me create one here, and if you haven't yet, I'll send you my referral. Let's create your account. Tim at cybersalt.com. And this is going to show that. Yeah. Country. Search for country. I'll search for Canada. And I'm in British Columbia. I'll say for now. Let's go next. Full legal name. Timothy Davis. I'll create this quick. When's my birthday? 1965. I am just about 55. I'm going to be 55 in just over a month. Whoops. Whoops. Date. Yes, sirree. Phone number. Everybody knows this. It's on my webpage. So 08588066. And those, I can really match my photo. Yes. Okay. Check your email now. All right. I'm checking it right now. There it is. I'm going to verify my details. Okay, got it. And now they are waiting till I verify it. I'm typing away on my other screen here. Oh, next here. I need your home address. Oh, and a picture. Okay, well, let's just go over and switch this here. Okay. Canada, British Columbia. They're going to ask me for a picture next. Point your phone's camera to this QR code. Hey, we were just talking about QR codes and now we don't use them. And then here I am using one on this here. All right. Okay. We will wait until you're finished on your smartphone. Start session. Uphold Canada. Yes. Wow, this is quite an interesting process that they have going here. Yeah. Take a photo of your documents photo page. Oh my goodness. Hey, well, do I have a photo? Let me check chat here. What's going on here? This is quite the process for this. Hey, let me catch up on this here. Have I ever used OS Campus, the LMS from Joomla Shack? No, I have not. And you're using it for project now. It works great. Bresi says Joomla Stack is to integrate stuff for Joomla stuff. Looks like it could be malware. No. Are we talking about this Brave thing here? No. Hobby used to use OS Camp in his project too. Imran worked with Joomla once. Moodle to Joomla, yes. Moodle for Joomla. Stephen was asking me when you use Kinga. So basically, I have used, the only LMS that I've used is Moodle. I have two sites that are using a Joomla. Joomla is the Joomla extension, Moodle Exchange, and it works really well. It's really nice for selling courses, but I know that it is a bear to set up and to manage that as well. So, all right. So meanwhile, I'm setting this up here, this process for here. There you go. Okay. All right. Take a picture of that. Take a picture on the code on the back. Or no, that's the code that they want here. Barcode cancel. Man, these guys are really hooked up. They knew what code to scan for my license here. Although they said unable to scan it. Barcode scan successfully. Come on, guys. Oops, a daisy. Sorry for the silence here. I'm fiddling around with my camera here, trying to look at that. Okay, take a photo of the back of your driver's license. Yeah. Take a selfie. Oh, how about that? I wonder if they'll notice that I don't have a beard on my license. There you go. Following up on the chat here, Guru is nice but expensive. Yeah, Moodle is complex. Chuck's using Guru. Yes, and Bradsy's posted the Joomla bugs and pizza and fun. Yes. Every Saturday, Steven says you're going to use OS Campus for a project for an animal shelter, so I cannot afford too much. Maybe swap for 2 rabies shots for my cats. Yeah, that's cool. If it was for a company, at least $2,500, depending on how many courses and if you need to do any writing, content creation. Yeah, that's. I agree with Steven's price there in the sense that yeah, websites that have courses, that offer courses, that to do it well requires a lot of work. Also, they're tremendous. They're tremendous value. Why did I think it was it Microsoft? Was it LinkedIn that bought lynda.com for billions, or Microsoft? Ivor says the process looks a little suspicious. He would never send so much info to a company he doesn't know well. Yes, they are looking for a lot of information there. So I'm in there though. Interesting, this company here. I'll check more into that later on. What's going on here? Yeah, so LinkedIn bought Lynda, and then Microsoft bought LinkedIn. So let me just regroup here and get my see what the heck is going on screen wise here. Okay. I was refreshed. I'll finish this later on. Yeah, so they're really big sites, and I guess that part of the issue is that now Steven's doing for an animal shelter, so they're not going to have a lot of money, and it's going to help them with courses, and so that's good. So there's lots of nonprofits and things like that that are well worth us volunteering and helping. The other nice thing too is for Stephen and for others, and when we help those sites, is that if we serve them well, those people know people who have jobs, and if they're sitting around having a break, and someone says, "Oh, my husband started having problems with his website to sell courses. He wants to sell some courses," they might say, "Hey, you should check out Stephen. He did the one for the shelter here." And that could turn into a good paying job. So, but yeah, website selling courses, they require a lot of setup. It's a specialized skill, and especially if people want to be making money off their web pages, we help them understand the cost of business by we offer the cost of business by charging them. And of course, we're in business too. Brave is a browser that is Chromium based, and it's just a lot lighter. Imran recommended it, I don't know, about a month ago, because my Chrome has so many plugins and stuff running on it. It just really taxes the system a lot. So, and then they've got this kind of affiliate program or something. So if we look at tasks on my computer and we look at what's running the most, it's Streamlabs, and then I've got my Chrome here. Brave is not going to make it up very high in here. There's Brave browser. So I've got 12 Brave browser things running here using 8% CPU. Firefox I have open right now using 1.5, and Chrome has all this open. The other thing too is that I think what happened was I had my password checkers running in Chrome, and they were starting to bog down, or the password tool, and they were starting to bog down my older computer here. So yes, Stephen, that's another good point. It's great for a portfolio. I had someone, so for instance, I've mentioned earlier that it looks like I'm getting that project that I've been working on, trying to get for months. And that is a church up in the interior of our province. And so I'm going to do a whiz-bang great job for them. And they had a good budget for it too, so that's great. But then last night I had someone who contacted me and said they're going to a church on the east coast of Canada that's never had a website, and he asked me what's the best site for a website. So now I'm able to tell him, hey, right now I'm managing the website for a couple of churches, and I can tell him the deal that I can offer. Maybe he'll go for it, maybe he won't. But yeah, as you build up your portfolio of things you've worked on and people can see that, then that sort of builds trust or breaks down walls for you. So Brave is Chromium based, and it's lighter, and of course they're starting out saying that they're not tracking your information and they're not selling your information. So I always take that with a grain of salt, because a lot of these startups that say, oh, we're not going to be like the other guys, we're not going to sell your information, or we're not going to do blah 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 blah, which is great. But at some point, you have to pay for your time, and you have to pay for your project to make money somehow, which is why I was curious to see about this Brave, about this BAT currency that they have. So anyways, someone's saying bye here. Bye, Stephen. Vivaldi's. Who's saying bye? Who's going? These are good. Bjorn says bye, Stephen. Vivaldi's good. Stephen says bye, Breadsea. Oh, Stephen's leaving. Did I miss that you're leaving, Stephen? All right, Stephen, if you're leaving, bye. Anyways, yeah, all right. So we're kind of discombobulated here after the restart. Yeah, so building up portfolios, doing projects like that, and getting some free shots for your cat. There you go. That's pretty good too. I do not have a portfolio page of pictures of finished projects. Don't worry. My work was done. My work was done for the topic about 10 minutes into the video here, but so now we're just hanging out, so you're not distracting me from anything here. Yeah. All right, so talked about Brave. Talked about portfolios. Yeah, portfolios. I do not have any. I don't have a portfolio page where taking thumbnails of projects that I've worked on when they're finished. Could do something like that, but that falls under being organized. Although I will point out that I did have this live stream all lined up and set up last night before I went to bed. I still was a couple minutes late because I slept in, but from staying up late. But all right, and then so we're talking about Bjorn. Bjorn. You want to program something that does short URLs, or are you just gonna take a look at and use that other thing that that you were sharing today? All right, here we go. Ivor thinks Vivaldi is Norwegian. Let's check that out. There you go. Vivaldi Technologies in Oslo. A domain authority plugin. Let's check that out. Let's just check out that topic here. How to establish domain authority. Let's see what the topic says. Improve your domain authority. Let's check out what these people say. Let's have a little check this out here. So we're at, all right, I just did a quick Google search there. We'll see what they say here. Control V. Bjorn thinks, okay, that's what I got on page. How to increase domain authority. There are hundreds of factors that Google uses to determine the search engine ranking of website. One particular that has taken over great importance years is domain authority of a website. Domain authority is a metric that is developed by Moz and Mozilla's. The higher your domain authority is, the more likely to earn higher search engine ranking. Domain authority is also a good way to measure your SEO efforts. Okay, domain authority versus page authority. Before we get into the meat of that, page authority is a similar metric, but instead of measuring the strength of an entire domain or subdomain, it measures the ranking strength of a single web page. Here's their checklist here. All right. Domain authority is scored to scale 1 to 100, 1 being the worst, 100 being the best, using algorithm designed by Moz. It's the logarithmic scale, means that it's much easier to improve your score if your domain authority is at 20 or 30 than it was at 70 or 80. How exactly does Moz determine your domain authority score? It uses 40 different factors. Some of the most important: linking root domains. This is the number of unique backlinks your website has earned. So if it has obtained 20 external links from 2 different websites, then you've had only 2 linking root domains. Earn a few links from different websites will boost your rank more than earning many links from the same website. Okay, and so that's what you were talking about, link exchanges. And now, of course, what you want to do is make sure that those are related sites so you don't get penalized. So Moz ranked is the metric used to score the strength of your website's external links. It takes into account not just the number of links that are pointing back to your site, but also the quality. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Quality tends to beat quantity, which means that 1 good external link is better to have than 2 low quality ranks. All right, so that's where you want to be linking to other people that are in your industry. Moz Trust. Moz Rank, Moz Trust is a metric used to help determine the quality of your external links. However, it's a little more specific in that it measures how closely your website is connected to trusted websites. Trusted websites are .edu or .gov sites. Even if a .edu or .gov site links to a site that then links to you, it's considered a sign of trust that helps increase your Moz trust rating. All right, so if you're looking to get people to increase your, we're still talking about pages here. Domain authority. You really want those .edu or .gov sites to link to you, and of course, they're only going to link with valid things. Yeah, Moz costs at least $97 a month, but it does have some free services. Yeah, so we're just here for the information. Death by software as a subscription. Social signals, Google user, okay, quality ranking. Content's one of the main factors which a website's search engine ranking is based on. So it should come as no surprise that the quality of your website's content is a factor in determining its domain authority. While domain authority may help improve your search engine ranking, it also correlates closely with it. Google uses social signals as one of the main factors in identifying good quality content. For example, it's safe to assume that a piece of content that is shared, liked, and commented on hundreds of times must be of some quality. Moz uses the same social signals. And search engine friendliness refers to the use of the SEO as well as to the site structure and user friendliness of your website. Site structure can directly affect usability in that poor site structure makes your site difficult to navigate. It also makes it difficult for search engines to properly crawl and index your site, which can hurt your rankings. That project I just picked up, they want to be able to get to any information within 2 clicks, no more than 2 clicks on their website. Which, we're going to break if you're looking for something like in an archive or something that's really drilled down, but they're big key information. Steven says, yeah, SEO can be a black hole. You can spend lots of time trying to get a better Google rank, but it can take months to see what works. You just do the basics, and it seems to work fine. Yes, I agree with you, Steven. It's like page speed as well. When we go to places like GT Metrics or Google Page Speed Tester, you can spend so much time trying to get everything absolutely perfect, and it's time away from building your site and getting content on there. The other thing too is it depends on what's on the site. So if so Steven's building a site for this local cat, is it a cat shelter or just a pet shelter? And then you're not necessarily going to want to be attracting a lot of attention from all over the world. You just want local stuff. And it may very well be that the easiest way to get local stuff in search is to just buy a Google ad. If you set up a Google ad for something in AdWords and bid 10 cents on some keywords for your site and set yourself as a budget of $1 a day, you'll get a little bit of traffic from that, just from those search results. It's only, it's like $1 a day. You could maybe set it for less, but that is a quick way to getting up the top. Now I realize that's $30 a month, so and I don't even spend that on advertising right now. I think the business coach I'm connecting with is going to get me doing some of that. But animal shelter, dogs, cats, sometimes pets like hamsters and guinea pigs. So so it all depends on really why you need the traffic or how much traffic or what you're trying to do. But now, having said that, what would be exciting for that animal shelter, Stephen, when you get those courses set up, is that if those courses are popular and they can start selling them for $5 or something like that, maybe other shelters all around the world will want to have, pet adoption course, or how to cut the nails on a guinea pig course, or basic guinea pig care, or whatever. And that could lead to some good coin for an organization that probably is always looking for money. So There's always things to be built on. All right, so yeah, in hobby, you need to get in the German market, so you need domain authority in German internet. So I think the solution is just to have your site keep putting your content, getting it out there, do your SEO. What I would do is because you're allowed to do this, we're on forums where you are allowed to put your domain in your signature. Go and participate in the communities. So I'm not saying to just go and post and say, hey, I've got a new site, check this out, and try to get links that way. But let's take for an wow, you have 30 languages on your site already. Wow. That's a lot. Your domain authority in German is very low. So what you can do with the forums is go and just participate. So in the case of Stevens, if you're trying to increase the recognition and traffic and links or popularity of your shelter site, you can go into pet forums and you can say, let's say someone's saying, I have a hard time managing my guinea pig. I just don't know what to do. I've never had one before. You can say, you could go on there and say, well, here's a tip for managing a guinea pig. This is something really key to know, is that they're a herd animal. Okay, I'm just making stuff up. So they might settle down if you get them another guinea pig. Well, you know what happens if you get another guinea pig in that case. But my point is, you say that would be something. That's one of the key tips in the course that we offer through at our shelter, and then just have your signature and the link, and maybe the person say, "Oh, tell me about the course," or whatnot, and just build up users that way. Steven says uploading the sitemap XML file to Google is important as well. Yes, Google Webmaster Tools, which is now Search Console. Upload your sitemaps. Hobby says almost too much. You often run low on RAM memory on your host provider. Yep, you have 3 sitemaps. Yeah, well, if you're running out of memory, if you've got low RAM on your host provider, you probably just have to update to better host, or update to a new position, a new package with your host. Because that's the thing. If to have a successful website, it's like having a successful business. When you have people stacked up outside because your business is so popular they can't get in, you have to open up a bigger location or a new location. So you maybe are going to have to do that with the with your website if it grows, and that's a great problem to have. Oh, good, yeah, definitely. Hey, well, that's so let's do some. You got Lightspeed with Redis on your server there. Yeah. So what else could you do for the shelter? With the courses we're promoting, just sell a course. I don't know what else they have on that. Other ways. So. I don't know if I ever told you this story. Some of you have heard it, but some of you won't have heard it. So, and this is how I ended up putting cat pages on my CyberSalt site. All right. So this is a long story, but this will lead into what I'm going to say about animals. I have on my site funny pictures, funny cat pictures, and for years, and you take a look at some of the filter by hits. All right, so so this cat with the melon head on it, this page has been viewed 53,000 times. And this is just Joomla's hit counter on these articles. I think I've moved this page over to Joomla years ago, so there'll be more. The cat line cut 41,000. So, hey, yeah, Stephen, a free trip to New York City. They'd have to cover my 2 weeks that I have to quarantine when I get back. I'd do a video call with them if you want, but I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could handle it as well. Anyway, so years ago, I had in my newsletter, I sent a picture of a dog with a rocket on its back, and it had those leather flight helmets on. A leather flight helmet on and goggles, and it was an ad campaign for, I forget what it was, but it wasn't about, it was an ad campaign, and the dog, it was a big beagle with this rocket on, and everything is all great. So it's just good. So anyway, I posted that picture on my site, and I gave it a caption: "See Spot Run." It's just, even the rocket itself was. Even though it was on the back of the dog, it was like it roped straight up in the rocket just on the back of it. So the dog was not suffering at all, and it was just an ad. So then I sent that out, and then someone complained to me about, what are we teaching kids now? Cruelty to animals, tie rockets to them. So I thought the person really missed the point. And so what I did was I stayed up all night with my poor Photoshop editing skills, and I put the rocket on the back of a cat. And it was really poorly edited, so it wasn't smooth. But anyway, just put the same rocket hovering above this cat with the rope and that. And so I sent out an email that morning to my list. I was sending my list daily that at that time, and I said a lot of people were offended by the picture of the rocket on the dog. We are Pastor Tim's lawyers. That was my Pastor Tim's Clean Laugh List site then. It still is, and. He is being removed, and we're going to search all over the world for institutions for someone a replacement for him. In the meantime, we've changed the picture so it won't offend anyone. And of course, here was the rocket on this cat. So, anyways, I sent out my mail, and then I clicked send, and then I had to go to a meeting. I'd been up all night, but I went to a meeting with the board, my elders. I sent that email out at about 5 o'clock in the morning on September the 11th, 2001. So none of the attacks had happened yet. Some of the planes were in the air. But anyways, so of course 9/11. Later on that day, and we've learned what was happening in New York during our breakfast meeting, and then on the way home from in town, with one of the elders, found out that all air traffic control was closed. And of course, we're here on the West Coast, so we were 3 hours behind on daylight or daytime anyways. So what happened was that because I had sent out this picture of the cat with the rocket on the back of it that I'd poorly edited. I mean, it was anyways, and this joke article about me being replaced, people started complaining. I mean, everyone's emotions were really raw that day anyways. Of course, they were all so devastated. And anyway, so I started getting complaints, and then someone was calling my internet host, and I was friends with the guy that owned the company, wanting my site to be taken off. And then on the pièce de résistance was that I received an email from a woman in Hawaii, one of my subscribers. She was very nice. She says, Pastor Tim, she says, I am blind, so I cannot see the pictures on your site. But apparently you have something on your site that involves cruelty to cats in the World Trade Center. This is like the day of 9/11. And that's not good. Would you please take that off? So even blind people were caught up in this. So that was quite I didn't have other cat pictures on my site at the time. This is the long story I'm getting to. Anyways, I explained to everybody, I think I had to clarify or whatever to everybody, send an email, that I did not know that the attacks had happened yet. That was sent out just before, and I explained that to them. And then I got a very nice email from one of my subscribers, and they said this, Pastor Tim, have you ever heard the saying, no cat book has ever gone unsold? And so I realized that, they were very nice and explained and just about the passion of everyone. But then I realized, wow, these cat people are really passionate about cats. I'm going to start putting funny cat pictures on my website to get the traffic, because I was running Google ads, AdSense, and so making some money that way. And hence, that's the story how I ended up with excuse me, funny cat pictures and other funny pictures on my site. And as you can see, we're up to hundreds of thousands of page views. I have, what have we got here? We have 25. Let's see, if I go to 100 per page, 200 and whatever takes me up on the third page. So perhaps maybe in the millions of page views with the cat pictures on there. So, having said that, Stephen, for the animal shelter, one of the things, so you've got the courses. So one of the things what you want to do would be to post pictures of adoption stories, with the appropriate information not appearing there, or just the appropriate information showing that people can see. They could also let people share funny pictures of their pets, have a way to share that onto the page. And then, because a lot of that stuff is going to be shareable on Facebook. Something else that I've been getting to a lot on my Facebook is people reporting missing pets. A lot of it happens. There's an organization in my community called FLED, Finding Lost something. Anyways, so they actually they have some really neat things. They have a sandwich board that you can get and put out in your area if you've lost a cat. So everybody puts a picture of their cat on the or their dog on a telephone pole. You can actually get a FLED sandwich board and put the picture on it and stand it out in front of your house or nearby, and people look just to draw attention to the pictures in that. Hold on for a sec. That's another customer that doesn't want monthly maintenance but is now calling me because who knows? Time for some work on their site. So a sandwich board, which is really great. It says it has the name of the FLED on it, but you can put a picture. What else? Anyway, so that stuff is getting shared like crazy. So that would really draw a lot of traffic on Facebook to the shelter. Oh, so they already do that on Facebook. Great. And you just successfully got them to switch from Joomla to WordPress. Excellent. Yeah, I've got some people with WordPress sites that are staying on there, and I'm learning it and doing it. I often think, oh man, I know how to do this in Joomla. How do you do it in WordPress? But Iris says, just know a cat with a mask, perhaps. Oh, just now, yeah, a cat with a mask. Yeah. So I've kind of abandoned for him to go to cat chiropractor. No one's been to this page for a while because there's no ads showing up. And one of my goals for this year, a lot of my goals went out the window with the pandemic, but is to do more advertising for myself on these pages. I've got my sign up for my list up here. Yeah. Any Norwegian customers? Yeah, certainly. Yeah, especially on the language stuff. We are a multinational group here, so yeah, good to coordinate on things. So hobby, you're doing a lot of language stuff. Yeah. The other thing too, hobby for sitemaps is this. Let's see. Let me. Let's go here. Let's go log into the site here. Site. Sorry. Administrator. All right. So let's go here. All right, this is components JSitemap Pro. So you have your you can have your basic sitemaps here for your SEO dashboard here. So this is your XML sitemap. You can submit this URL, HTML sitemap, images, Google News, mobile sitemap. So cool things here that you can set up. But also you can create sitemaps. How do we do this here? You can create sitemaps with different sources on them too. Let's see. Is this it here? Oh yeah, here we go. So you can create a new data source and you can add it to a sitemap. So for instance, I haven't done this for a while, so let's just see. These are Joomla tags. So yeah, you can set up a bunch of stuff. Or maybe this is just for your main... Oh, maybe I'm confused about RSS feeds. Sorry, I'm confused. RSS feeds, you can set up different feeds for different topics. Here in JSitemap Pro, you can add different types of content to your sitemaps and even menus here. So I've got my main user, let's see, tags, Joomla. Oh man, I've not been in here for a while. Blogs, I know. Blogs is actually details, blogs, menu, description, and somewhere down here I'm just selecting, well, it's the blogs menu, and then I have all these things here. And they show up, and I can set a priority to them in the sitemap. But I've not been in here in a long time, so let's go to Control Panel. Got some ranking stuff here. Oh, look at this. I have 400. We're talking about site backlinks. So I have 147 site backlinks. Let's see. Show raw sitemap. It's going to take a little while to generate. That's not what I was looking for anyways. Okay, I might be off on what I was looking for here. So I think I've confused sitemaps with RSS feeds. An RSS feed is really nice because you can submit those, I think, for spidering as well in Joomla. Sorry, in Google. Although I'm questioning that. We probably would have to look and see if we actually do that. So these are just more settings. Clean cache. All right. Well, okay. There you go. SEO Presser. Oh, wait, we were on this page. 9 steps on how to increase your domain authority. It's updated every 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, choose a good domain name. Choose it that's relative to your website. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I think if your content is strong, you can probably make any dog of a domain get ranking. But why not start with a good one? That, you're going to get a lot of people there. And they talk about they mainly focus on WordPress SEO plugin, which explains why they have a keyword SEO in their domain. All right, so they have SEO in there, so that makes sense. Optimize your on-page content. Fonts. Pick a font that's easy to read. Optimize it all. Get the most of a font that's easy to read. Content relevance. Boost your content and keyword relevance is going to be done by creating long-form, in-depth content that covers a wide breadth of content. Yeah, so content is king. Blog post you're reading, for example, focuses on the steps to increase domain authority. So they're using your keywords in here. Optimize your on-page content. So if this were, this is someone searching for this, that's going to be something that shows up well in search results, and that's probably a heading 2 or there something. Search related keywords. There's a lot of stuff here. Create linkable content. Yeah. High quality content is published regularly. Yes. Internal linking structures. Well, there's a lot more here than we can go through here. So, okay. Increase the loading speed of your page. P.S. Authority when become an authority within your niche. Promote your content via social media. This is all just good practices. And they haven't really even mentioned link exchanges or anything like that, or connecting. So, all right. Trucker check-in. Let's just check this. Check-in. Check-in. Are you truckercheckin.com? We'll see if there's lots of languages offered at the top. Oh, I bet you this is you. Okay. Cool. Let's check this out here. It's not loading super fast here, as you can see. I'm on a fiber connection. Oh, you've got, oh, cool. You've got, oh, you're doing locations for truckers to check in and stop. Access the main road. Oh, that's very cool. Hey, Hobby, before you go, I'm going to give you the address of my friend's website here, smartdrivetest.com. He does driver training tutorials and courses for people getting their commercial driver's license. So that might be an interesting connection. Let's see, America and Canada. Here we are in Canada. Yeah, let's go here. Delta Port. Interesting. This might be something it might be something interesting to talk about. So as far as getting ranked or getting some traffic or something, I don't know. I'll talk to my friend about it. But check out that site, and I'll get him to have a look at this. Also, why not listen? I'm going to have to go pretty soon here because I have a meeting in 5 minutes. But let's go to Slack here. And where's that going to pop up? On my computer. I'll move that over here. In order for us to stay in touch and also keep chatting, I'm going to put this link here. Copy that. And do that. And go into chat. And yeah, let's keep track there in the Slack group. All right, so listen, yeah, I've got a meeting in 5 minutes. Time has flown by. So everybody, it was nice hanging out. Not sure, I got a couple of ideas for Watch Me Work live stream on Wednesday. Might have a guest coming. I have not narrowed that down yet. I'll concentrate on that once things get done here. But thanks for watching today. Thanks for your patience hanging out while I rebooted my computer. Thank you, Breadsy, for that comment. Yeah, so enjoy your quicker drag and drop uploading. Steven says, one more note on the LMS. Does anyone use Sheikah? That's, who is it? Is it Cashware? I think it's Cashware, or is it Parvez? A company that does that. And yeah, it's pricey, but I've not used it. The other thing too is, everyone, chat will remain open, so keep talking as you want to here. An overview of the Joomla 4 beta. Yeah, I think we kind of looked at that. We played around with it, but yeah, that's definitely something that we could do. Although Chayton's also done a really good job of an overview, but and actually he was on he did one on the channel here too. Anyway, so keep chatting amongst yourselves. That will keep working here after the live stream is over. I gave you the link for Slack. We can always connect in there. Yeah, so yeah, I've got to peel out of here. We'll see what happens. Stephen, do watch the beginning of this video because you came in late, just to see if you know the trick or the thing that you can do to take a few steps out of uploading stuff. So, all right, everybody. Joomla for developer bundle too, Chuck says. Okay, you guys keep chatting. I've got to go here. So, until the next time, you guys and gals, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.